Let's turn the sound off. My mouse.
Alright, our Ryan's out. Woo.
Okay. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Go. There we go. Okay, so we're starting here. He has a, see what they have. They have a Rhine, Lucio, Mercy. I like the skin, by the way. That's good. I don't know what your DPS are. Genji? Okay, your Rhine gets pinned. It's good to try, like, especially if you're up cliff, or just in general, like booping things off him so he can't get a swing. That's really good if you do that. I like that you did that. Oh, right, your Rhine made the decision to fall off the cliff. That was unfortunate. It might have been a play by him though. Oh, I just realized I didn't mean to open up these in Firefox, but whatever.
Our Rhine's out.
So here, not sure what not sure what they have, but you can technically hold this if you kind of play this left corner. That way you can still shield this guy and you'll take less damage, and you can kind of wait for your rank to come back. So that's a smart way. Like, in general, you should actually be playing here, because it's a smart way to just make sure that you're taking less damage. And you can still use your matrix to, you know, give protection, because it goes out in a little cone shape and it'll eat anything in here. Also, okay, something was shooting at you from the side, and I think it might have been a soldier, so be aware of things like that are shooting you. Here, I'll show you an example. We'll find seconds. See if we see that again. First of all, your healer having issues, so something is obviously shooting at her. Or that's it. You see that thing on your screen? You see, like, looks like little red things. Back. Trying to pause without it. That was it. It was like on the outer of your screen. So make sure you're paying attention to those things, because that means you need to change your focus to something over here real fast. And just make sure it's not an immediate threat that you need to deal with, like, so just be aware. U-turn, that's a good boop. I noticed actually that you're playing on a controller, so I just noticed that. That's cool. I would advise, if you can play PC games, would be a little bit more competitive, and you'll get somewhat of a better sense of, like, competitiveness. But I don't know. I mean, maybe that's because I don't play console, so. Okay. Yeah, good boop off the Junkrat. Don't ever let people have high ground when you're D.Va. You don't need to chase him. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Man, I walked right into that.
Oh, yep. Pretty unfortunate. Yes, it was fine that you went up on the high ground to kind of contest it, but right after you knocked him down, unless he was like really lit, you shouldn't like even fly into him to get him. Just fly away back to your team, because that's all that you need to do. Okay, so always on the bright side, he ate the charge for his team. Yeah, but the rest of his team like died, so okay, so it was fine for you to go for the Mercy, but in general you want to stick with your fat man here. So no matter if he's on this, so he's here. You saw him. You should regroup with him. It'll help your team kind of play grouped up. Because remember, you're the off tank. You complement. Like, you're there to complement your main tank. So technically, if he's on Rhine, you technically probably should be on Zarya. But being on D.Va is fine. You just still need to like play behind his shield a little bit more. But yeah, it was fine that like you should use your boosters to go after the Mercy when you get opportunities to, but don't always count on that. It's good that you killed the D.Va, but now I would not okay. So let's rewind 20 seconds. Alright, so let's go over this again. Alright. You ignore. We're gonna pause. You saw him. Walking past him. That's number one no-no. You see the Mercy, and you do have your cooldown, so that's good. You can delete her, or at least close to delete her. But is that a win condition? Probably not. But it might be. Now, okay, this is the last mistake. Is your D.Va bomb. Use your D.Va bombs. Okay, so D.Va bombs. I don't know how to. Let's see. Oops. 6. This is for like anything. Okay, so this is probably one of my most like my favorite map. Is Route 66, or one of them. And one of the big things that I do as D.Va is wherever the cart's going. Picture of a cart here. What payload picture? Why do I not have one of those? Well, let's pretend. Let's pretend this is payload. That needs to be clear. Okay, let's pretend this is the payload, and you're D.Va, and you have your ults. So, let's see. Your D.Va, and you have your ults, and the rest of your team just died. So this is your team. we'll do them with blue. They just died. Here, 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 here. And you're the only one up. So you do have your ult. What you do is you don't use it. And you wait to go back in to use it. So if you use your ult on this, like, there really is no reason to do it unless they can come back in. Like, unless you know they're coming back in within like 1 to 2 seconds. So I would just rather not use it. So yeah. Oh, damn it. Just don't do this when you see this. So this is something that I've been taught is number 1, check kill feed for using, and then 2, bomb. Now there are exceptions. Your exception, hey Creamy, yeah. So there are exceptions to not worrying about kill feed, and the only exception for that is if it's like last fight and that's your only option and there's no possible way. But in general, like if it's last fight and you use your bomb, it should be like on the cart. But yeah, always check for kill feed and then you can use your bomb. So this is number 1 and number 2. So the better play would have been to use your bomb stall when they were starting to put a lot of like pressure on you, when you legit have like no HP, and then you could have bombed, because but you had to have known that your team is coming back within like 1 to 2 seconds, if not faster. I like the fly run. Still good, still good. Luckily they aren't capping. So once you see that, you need to get back on the cart. Like, you being over here is actually growing. Glad you're back. I don't know what happened to your team, but it probably would have gone a little better if you were on the cart. DVA Vod, yeah. Uh-oh. Coming for you. Oh, it ignored you. That's cool. Go down cart. Go down cart right now. So, you see this? This should tell you to go kill yourself. So, you need to not be up because you'll have staggered spawns. So, pay attention to the kill feed and know a lot of people died. I need to go die on cart. So, if I can't stress this enough. Like, stalling as D.Va on the cart, even a freaking baby D.Va, you're hard to kill, and you could probably get away with like 1 to 2 seconds just stalling the cart from even moving. Okay, this also is a big no-no. So your mech is, let's see, I think it's like 600 HP. And the rest of your team is dead. Okay, so say you're the only one up on your team. That's you. And the other team has 6 up. So this is the enemy team. They have 6 up. You're 1 up. Don't ever, 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 ever get back into your suit. Ever. Never, ever, ever. If anything, if say they're staggering you or something, you just walk. Oh god, that's a horrible color. You just walk back to your spawn. Like you just, if they're staggering you as Baby D.Va, you just start walking back towards your teammates. You know, their spawn. So that way, say you have a Mercy, the Mercy might be able to res you, and you can go back in. Ooh, look at this guy. Hey, you like just fed them 600 HP into their ult, so you know for sure that Junkrat probably has his ult again. Good, good. I like that you protect your healers. And as for the Junkrat, so it doesn't have high ground, that's good. Right about here, so a lot of times I'll Matrix and shoot rockets at the same time when I see a Junkrat. So basically against a Junkrat you want to bait 2 mines. So you just kind of like know the timing of it, and you can use your Matrix to bait those, and then you just like whenever you get your rockets, you just fly into them, melee, Matrix, and you're good. Like this should be easy, and you really shouldn't lose a lot of mech because you have pretty much full Matrix. So yeah, like you should have used Matrix. You should have died faster. Okay. Okay. So, it's my opinion, and generally this is how it goes. If you want to be a decent D.Va, you'll save your bombs for cart. For the most part. And then 2, you can bait shields. So say they have a Winston, so you break it and then you throw, or it's close to breaking and then you throw and then you just shoot it and then you get like a 3k because they think they have a shield. If it's an Orisa, say you're attacking and you just see this shield placed. This is a horrible color, I'm sorry. You just saw the shield being placed, then you can throw past it. A lot of times they'll come to the other side. Another thing you could do is like put it right about here. Then you have this and this, and there's like nowhere they can go to escape. And the third you could do fancy bombs, but this one should be your priority. Like if you do this, I mean, think of it this way. They've used cooldowns, they're committing, and more than likely, because they've used the cooldowns, they can't, I mean, they'll have bad shields too. Like, they'll be like really low shields and no cooldowns, and they're committing. So if you just plop it up on here, I'm gonna clear this. This is the position where you need to put it on right here. Just land it there, and but there are some parts like you're on a hill, parts like this. A lot of people don't know to be on the tires. Like you have to hide behind the tires to not get hit by the D.Va bomb. Because what you do, yeah, these drawing skills are really good. Place it like around this area, and so it kills people on either side. Oh damn it. Oh god. Okay, well whatever. Anyways, you can also throw it in the back too, but like I said, heals are really nice. So See, okay, hold on. I'll just tell you why that throw didn't work. Because they just came into the fight, they haven't used any cooldowns, that Mercy was able to fly away easy, and it's just, they're coming in with cooldowns, they're gonna be able to escape. So wait till they're more into the fight, and use your, like if you're gonna do like surprise throws or whatever, I typically use them like where they can escape, so later on in the fight or whatever. But in general, like with payloads, just saving it for the cart, that's the best bet. Or just for most things. But okay. I would have valued saving my Matrix for my team. Like, even if you're almost out of suit, I'd rather Matrix them than watch them die with me as Baby Diva. Oh lord. Don't stop getting into your suit. Okay. So right now, you should be telling your team to regroup. You don't have people. And people walk in, then they're pretty much throwing.
I wonder if our Ryan knows he can go back to Mercy now.
Wait, did I just see you guys have three tanks? Ryan? Oh, that's interesting. And a Torb. Oh lord. And one healer is... Oh no. Noe. That's her one healer. So if I see this and I want to be one healer, and I'm gonna go Roadhog, so I mean I guess you can go get health packs. That's but a solo Lucio healer is not
Ryan
too
knows
good.
he can go back to Mercy now.
Okay, so don't be here. No reason for you to be here. You group up with your team. Dead. Don't be anywhere where you could see the enemy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not only there, but you're feeding the other team. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get out of there. Uh-oh. You're gonna lose your mech. I guarantee it. No? Should've. Okay, so in this situation, I've like rarely seen you on this cart. Like, I mean, even if your team's dead, you just need to get on the cart. So, team dead, need to go die on cart. In general, you should be playing like around the cart. As Diva, you're the best stall, and hopefully your team will come back. So, that's like #1 goal is stall cart. Like out of everything else you do, you're there for this thing to not move. And so actually take #1 to group with team. So if you see this, you're like literally waiting at spawn. And then #2, once you're grouped up with your team, you're stalling this thing. And then 3, say your whole team dies, you're going back to #1. You're dying on cart. You're gonna keep stalling. So team is dead. Did go back to stall. So hopefully you go to cart and stall. Uh-oh. Okay, this is fine. Going back to spawn is fine to get your suit back up. but you've really got to go to cart. I barely have seen you touch the cart all game. So, like, next video I see of you, I better see, like, that you're like the big bad cart, protector.
Oh god.
Right now, I would just go back and spawn and get another suit, by the way. You can.
Okay, nice.
Kill the Mercy, kill the Mercy. Mercy's alone, Mercy's alone.
Dude, there, just...
Oh my god. You should have lost your suit, or you should have died. Also, when you... I'm gonna rewind this a little bit. This. Okay, so you see his health, like 1. A shift through him? That's your shift, I think. Shift through him does enough damage, and even if you don't have your shift, you have your melee. And your melee is like, it'll go through his shield. So if you ever see that, just walk up and just melee. Bam. Dead. You really need to be using your matrix a lot more. Hey look, you used your matrix or your bomb on the cart and you got a kill. How it's supposed to be. Yeah, you're not okay, so you're not dying on cart. You need to die on cart, like, and you need to be around cart a lot more than you are. Like, you're trying to be a hero a lot, and you're using your boosts on the Mercy, and you're trying to get health packs. When, like, if you just played around your team, you would get healed, and you can use your your body to stall and your bombs to stall and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Okay, then. Fuck.
Wow. No, we can push it. Mercy would be really nice, Alex Lion, if you want. Oh wait, you did this before. Never mind. Fine. Yeah. Shelf.
In 30 seconds.
The flesh. Woo! Can I get your autograph?
Only if I could get yours too. I love your new album.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll just rewind this. Okay, so you're using your matrix. Really weird. I don't even know what you're like. Why? I don't know why you're using your matrix. There was like no pressure on your shield or anything, and so by the time the Mora bubble like came in, you didn't eat it because that's like your job is to eat the Mora bubbles. Heal orb. Heal orb has like this reddish tinge on it, and then damage orb is obviously red, so eat those. Find a little bit more so I can kind of figure out what your like matrix. I don't see it. Yeah, don't make it a habit to do rockets in your Diva matrix at the same time. Like that's not always a good habit. It's like sometimes good, but I don't know. You need to have your matrix ready for things like this. Also, there's a Reinhardt behind you guys. Or there was. I would just go jump off the cliff at this point. Or die. Oh, nice. Oh, what was that?
Oh man, sorry guys, that blew my ult. There we go.
Okay. You're like all by yourself right now, so I would regroup with your team. Like a long time ago. Oh wait, now you have a team. You got lucky, you stayed alive. See, now I would chase after this Mercy. Yeah.
Let's push this thing. Moira's at 1 behind us.
It's so weird seeing a controller being used. You shouldn't have won that, but you did. Sorry guys, I blew my ult at you. David, shut up. Yeah. I think your buttons are going all haywire. Okay, always. Okay, alright. Now we're at the point where we're gonna talk about target priority. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Target priority. I'm just gonna have a random screen here, so it's not as cluttered. Might still be cluttered. Let's see. I just want a clean, somewhat clean image. That's kind of clean. Okay. We get a different color. Okay, so healers when you can. Then 200 HP DPS like McCree, soldier. Genji, I think, has 200 HP? I don't remember, but like there's some other ones. This is like, if you can, like sometimes it's better to start off for number 2 if you have a Pharah. If you have Pharah, then these then hit scan first. So hit scan are the McCree, Soldier, Genji. Okay, and then 3 tanks. And this is like an in general thing. This is general. In general. However, when you're running dive, this changes. It's actually tanks first. Hold on, I'm gonna add preferably Diva. And then can't erase this. And then second would be healers. And third would be DPS. And so if they have Zen, Mercy, then your first target should be a Zen. If they have let's see, Lucio, Zen, first is Zen. Oh, also save Lucio's for last, generally. Don't target them later on. Because you're just wasting all your cooldowns for freaking Lucio. And I mean, obviously if they're like super out of position or they're like one hit somehow, then yeah, you can change that, but it's just like in general. This is in general. Say you're running quad tanks or tanks, quad, or trio. Then this also changes. Your number 1, if you can, is Mora. And then 2 would be like the Reaper if they're running trio. And then third would be like Zarya. I spelled that wrong, but you get the idea. Because once you and the most important thing is this is like track cooldowns. This will lead to focus on your kills. So as long as you track the cooldowns, then you know what to focus. Like for example, Reaper just used shift. Then you can focus him real fast and go to the next thing. Say Ryan just used his charge, focus him, and then go to the next thing. Say Mora just used shift, hurry up, call where the Mora just was, then kill the Mora. So this is like, oops. But yeah, if you do this, then it leads to a lot more kills, or it changes your focus calls. Because, and this is the meta that we're kind of in right now. So this is in general. However, these focuses change if you can see these cooldowns. But whenever you see a Mora and that Mora's alive, you need to kill that kill that guy. Like, because especially when she uses a cooldown and you see her pop up again, just call where she's at and then focus her. Okay. Now, actually using your ult here might not have been a bad idea because I'm pretty sure that Reaper has ult. So using your ults in the back would have been fine because I'm pretty sure you're not going to have your thing up and he's going to ult all of you. So let's see what happens. Yep, there it is. He actually didn't kill anyone somehow. That was interesting. But it would have turned out a lot better if you had your suit. And on top of that, do you know how I know he had ult? Because he was shooting you the whole time. So that's how I knew he had ults. Again, you could have used your ults that time and just gotten out. And you might have gotten a kill. So, an okay time to use your ults is you can use it to get back into your suit. If you know if something has ult and you know you need to protect your team. You can use your ult when you see things out of position, like you see your Rhine shield, this is their Rhine. And this is his team in front of their shield. You can do a throw up in the air, and as long as they're far enough away from the Rhine shield, that's fine. But yeah, and just yeah, he has to be like kind of back here, and they're up there. Just as long as they can't easily get back to him, and there aren't like little things to hide behind right next to him.
Whoa, what?
Okay. Hey look, they just left. Oh my god.
Alright, a Reaper's popping.
Yo, I'm pushed by a fucking rat.
Nice, he ate it. Also, I think your sensitivity, just on glance, I think your sensitivity is too low. Like, I mean, like, you can't you can't change your field of view, like, very well. So you might want to consider, like, bringing it down just to make it a little bit more comfortable. And I realize, like, you're on, like, a controller. But I realize, like, you can change the controller sensitivity so you can do better turnarounds, and it looks like you're definitely struggling with this, so please make your sensitivity a little bit faster, like so you can do better turns. Also, whenever you see your Mercy rezzing, let's go back to her rezzing. You should always use your Matrix on your Mercy, like, because you never know what's going to be shooting at her. So don't leave her hanging. You have a full Matrix. Don't do this. You should have died, and it would have been your fault. Again, you have, I don't know what it is, but whenever you fly excuse me, whenever you fly or you use your rockets, you somehow also combo one of these two with your Matrix. Your Matrix is actually horrible. Like, I'm sorry, but you've got to like use it a lot better. Your Matrix is like one of your best, like this is, D.Va is Matrix. D.Va is king. Like you are the only tank to have an ability to delete projectiles out of the game. So that's Ryan Strike, that's, you know, some, you know, hit scan coming towards your team. That's Pharah's ult, Pharah's rockets, and her ult. I mean, you literally just delete whatever's coming in, and you only have 2 seconds of it. You only have 2 seconds of this. So, yeah, try to eat more damage, and don't just use it randomly, and don't pair it with this or that. Like, just use it when you need to. Just always be thinking, do I need to matrix this? Am I protecting my team with this? Like, think, protect, you know? Yeah, like, save people. Look to save people. Look to, like, help people out with just whatever they're doing. Like, you're there. You're an assistant to your entire team, and you're making their job easier by protecting them with Matrix or booping them away from your team. So, I mean, you're doing a better job playing tight, playing the cart, that's good, but your Matrix is like, I haven't really seen much good on what you've been eating. That was a really good melee. You do need...
Nice.
I like flying in and doing the melee thing, that's good. This is good. You moved him away from your team. The only thing... pause
Reaper
this.
behind, Reaper behind.
And hold on. Okay. Rewind this 5 seconds. Okay, so when you see this guy ulting, I usually don't fly towards him. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to Matrix. Just for a little bit. And so I'll just say I'm eating. I just say, team, I'm eating. And then focus hog. And then hopefully they put in some damage. So then that time you use your fly into him and melee him and put rockets into him. And then it should be an easy kill. So just kind of use it to... I don't know, cause think of it this way: if you fly into him, then he's more than likely able to take you out of suit. I mean, if he's really lit, yeah, you can fly into him, but better just to eat it. Tell your team that you're eating it, and then they'll focus him. And then you can fly onto him towards the end. It should be an easy kill. And on top of that, he probably will have hookup, but like your team would have better health and they can protect you better.
Reaper behind, Reaper behind.
Oh, he tried to slam the Reaper. I like these ults that come out even though their team said, oh
Whoa.
my. Oh wow, that's quite some, you really need to change your sensitivity. You got lucky. It's really good eat there. Really good pushing him back. Eventually, you know, you're gonna want to call cooldowns. Like, just telling your team that Genji has no reflect. It's really big for your DPS. Although you should probably be telling them that he's behind. You know, you could easily... I would shift and fly into him with rockets. Because he should have died, like he was really lit. Oh, that's really good eats. Oh, Mercy's rezzing. Okay, we're gonna go back. I think it was here. When you hear that rezzing sound, I think seconds ago. After this, you'll start seeing someone res right there. Yeah, so yeah, fly into him. Oh, yep, there's the res. So wherever that res is happening, you need to fly onto the Mercy and boop her. Boop Mercy during a res because it cancels out her res. So I'll be looking for that as the diva. That Reaper shouldn't be up.
Reaper, wait. Don't push in yet. Wait for it.
Oh. I got Diva Bomb coming.
Some good eating right there.
Yeah, I do too. Oh boy. Looks like we're going. Oh, we are definitely going. On the cart? Are we on the cart?
Seconds.
Oh.
Mercy has very ballsy reses.
Reinhardt.
It would be better for her to stay alive because you're about to come up. That was a good eat for your Reaper.
Nice ult.
Oh, that got. Oh.
Mercy's ult is ready. Woo!
Oh wow, you're so lucky you got back in. Pretty sure that you're the only one that could stay on cart, and you really need to be prioritizing being on cart right now. Unless, like, it's a healer that's lit, and you know for a fact someone else should be on cart. Okay, so let's go over, I guess, the takeaways. Can I get a blank screen? That's what I want. Ugh, yuck. We'll just go back to this one. Libby, down. Over here. Okay. So, takeaways. 1. Stay with Batman, Ryan, Winston, and you just try to do whatever they're doing. Like, you're there to help them do what they're doing. And we'll also put in number 1 to group up with team. Because if you don't do that, then you'll never be in sync with your Ryan or Winston anyways. 2, so by the way, with the grouping up with teams, sometimes even waiting at spawn will help you. And 2, use Diva to stall. So that includes body on cart, Diva bombs on cart, What else? Make sure to die on cards. Always. 3. Diva bombs need to be used to stall. Need to be used on cart more. Yes, do that a lot more. And lastly, 4, be aware of your team needing peel, such as Mercy reses. You hear something on a support, and etc. There are other ones, so like your Mercy's resing, you hear something on a support, so just be ready to help them out a little bit more. Sure, if there's, oh, and then lastly, 5, target priority. Refer to early stream. And then it depends on what comp you're running. And obviously, like, since you're Diva and you see something's low, like, you know, when you got your rockets up and you got your fly, you know, finishing out targets is kind of your job, like, as Diva, so just be looking for those opportunities. So, biggest thing, just, I'll just put this last 6. Try to play tighter with your team. I think that will really help you for future games. So, stay with Fatman, Ryan or Winston. If he's diving, you're diving. If he's pushing up, you're pushing up, and you're like right behind him or around him. 2, use your Diva to stall, body on cart, Diva bombs on cart, die on cart. Diva bombs need to be used more on carts. Be aware of your team needing peel, so your Mercy is resing, you hear something on support, etc. Target priority, refer to earlier. In 6, play tighter with your team. Now I'm going to go to the next video. Libby, stop it.
I remember being posted here. It was good for my tan.
Okay, so, I know you're having problems getting up here, and I do too, and I'm not not consistent getting up here, but I'll show you how to do it.
I remember being.
Oh, shit, you gave up.
I'll fill.
Owl player 92. Let's go. Alright, so first off, you saw this and this. So that means this, generally. Your second option would be Winston, but if you play Winston, you have to like make space, like a lot. So it could synergize with this guy, and in the long run, you could end up helping these guys. So you don't necessarily have to play Ryan, although he is meant to synergize with hit scans because in theory they're playing behind your shields. But because you have this guy, you could play Winston and you could just make space for these guys. However, you wouldn't get heals from this guy, and but you could follow up on discords from that guy, and hopefully he would keep the orb on you, but you never know.
Justice will be done.
Yo, Miss Skinny Play, Roadhog.
It's not my preference to see them out as
Thanks, bud.
but I will see them done.
Why did you? I don't know why you asked him to play Roadhog. Is it because no, you think? Okay, so I'm gonna guess you want him to play Roadhog because no one else on your DPS, or you just think DPSs wouldn't mind going Roadhog. Is I don't know. Oh, this is what I want to show you. So if you're coming up here, you could, I think a charge would get over here as Ryan, but this, on your left side, there's a little corner. If you walk, it should pop you up over here. Libby, stop it! Okay, you're going in the crate. 1 second. It's in there. It's in there. Okay.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
You just have to walk back a little bit more. That's fine. You can't get up there. But I do think a charge, you can get up there with it. Also, all of this, I just, like, just an FYI, is I feel like I'm horrible at Reinhardt, so, on different accounts, I do have, like, a better win rate on him. My current one right now, I have, like, 0% win rate, but I feel like if I'm playing Ryan, it's, like, a last-ditch effort with the people that are on my team, and they don't necessarily know how to support Ryan. So,
5, 4, 3,
also with the new tank meta, if you're gonna run a Ryan, you need like probably like if you're gonna be playing
They have
against.
a Widow. Sounds like they have dive.
If you if you do okay, so if you're Ryan and if you have a Ryan and Zarya and they're running quad tank, you're going to want also a Ryan. Like you're gonna also want quad tank, and a lot of times when I'm on Ryan, they're running quad tank, but the rest of my team doesn't want to do that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm dropping now, actually.
That was a good decision to drop. I like that. The only thing is they're gonna have a Widow up top,
Nice pick,
and
nice
luckily,
pick.
you're
We can fight on cart. Nice.
yeah,
We're
good,
up
good,
two.
good. As long as your Tracer is dealing with oh nice,
Alright, let's go back. Let's actually
then
go back
you
up
should
top.
be fine. Good decision on going back up top, so hopefully your hit scan can kill the Widow.
The Widow's up top again. She dropped down.
One really big thing is if you're fire striking, say, and you have like people that have to be behind your shield, like tell them I'm gonna fire strike in 2 or whatever. Like anytime you're dropping your shield, you need to say when you're doing it, if you can, or as much as you can, because if they have a Widow, or just in general, like especially when they have a Widow, because that guy could get shot, because that Widow knows your shield's about to break, or you might drop it. So yeah, and that's like one shot kill to him.
my ultimate ability.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop. Ryan's by himself on cart. Never mind. Ryan, no charge.
Another thing is that they have a Zen and an Anna, You have to be really careful with dropping your shield. Like, you have to know that they've already used nade. You have to know that, well, just the Zen, because what happens is, if he's a good Zen, you're gonna get discorded. Because if he has discord on you, it makes you so you can't drop your shield. Because a good Zen will discord you if he sees that you're dropping your shield a lot. So just be really careful about dropping your shield around a good Zen. Like, if you start to, if he's a bad Zen and he isn't discording you when you drop your shield, then that's fine. But if you start noticing that habit, be a lot more safe with your drops. See, you were discorded, weren't you? Hold on, let's see this.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop.
Oh, and one more thing I was thinking is, when you're dropping, maybe try to drop like behind cover so you can let your shield get up. So maybe not immediately drop. Just your shield's kind of important. But yeah. This works out in your favor.
Never mind.
So yeah,
Right,
you're discorded like right now. Or with Discord. He's a decent Zen. Just once you start seeing this, you need to keep this thing up. And it's always up. And you need to be you need to be putting yourself behind walls, like around walls, just around it, so you can kind of back, swing your hammer a little bit, and come back into the fight and have a nice, like, you just need to be playing around the corners.
No charge.
See, like, your positioning is really bad for where you should be on run. Like, play corners more when you're doing, and when you're against an Ana, a Zen. And a Zen just in general, a Zen, like, you should be getting discorded. If you're not being discorded, it's a bad Zen. So he should be discording you.
Can we contest or no?
No, I don't think so.
See, here you should already know that you can't
Alright,
contest.
I'll have hammer down for next fight. Widow's up top left.
Right now, if they have like a Widow, I would just be thinking like Zen. Because none of your DPSs have been actually helping with the Widow, so I would be like, hey, can anyone go Genji for the Widow, or should I just go Winston? And you kind of hear the response and do that. Because I feel like, okay, so I don't know if you hit tab anywhere here, but they have a Zen. They have a Widow. And just immediately 2 picks like that, that tells me, like, Winston. Really good. Like, I wouldn't stay on this Rhine. And I realize if you're just not comfortable with Winston, that's fine. But, like, if you get 2+ things that are, like, Winston counters, I just switch. Like, especially if my DPS just aren't able to get into the back line as much. I'm
gonna look for an early hammer here.
That was a good call. I like that you called that you're looking for your slam. First of all, your team is like, okay, before you move up anywhere, do a little quick spin around and check what's behind you, because they need to be moving up with you. I know for a fact that they're way in the back over here, and you're looking for a slam. And I realize that you told them already, this guy's dead because he's just having bad positioning. It's just kind of simple. And this guy is dying. I don't know why he's dying, honestly. I'm not sure where he died, but this guy, I've never, like, maybe he's trying to get the top area, and that's a decent positioning, but in general, he should be behind your shield because he's got a Rhine, and he could do a lot more with it. Because I don't think they even have a shields. They may. I think I see a Hog and Diva or something. I don't remember. Maybe they have a Rhine. Okay, that's good, but I don't think you have
really
any.
confused how that guy didn't get knocked.
Okay, that's a good charge. Ooh.
Sin's one.
That's 2 ults they wasted from mine.
I like that you're still holding the cart.
They're gonna have hammer down here.
I like that you have a Zarya now, that's good. You'd be a lot
low?
aggressive.
Triple swing on him.
Okay. You're still dropping your okay. So you're dropping your shields when they have a Zen. Stop doing that. The only time you do that is when you know that Zarya has a bubble. So you just say, Zarya, do you have bubble? And then you fire strike. He just, when I fire strike, bubble me. So he bubbles you when you fire strike, and then you put your shield right back up. Or he bubbles you right before you're going behind cover to do whatever, like to get your shield back up.
Just save ults, just save ults. I'm 6-2 to hammer again.
The free's dead.
We can fight this with trance. I'm gonna go straight to point.
Soldier high ground.
That's a good call. Hope you're then.
Fuck, I'm purple. You're gonna have to trance to live.
Perfect, perfect. This Rhine Chef slam.
Nice
He died.
trance. What's our Tracer ult at?
Okay.
Alright, you guys can combo that.
So you are the only one. You can move up a little bit. Just be careful of the cart being where it's at. And I mean moving up like you don't move past this line. Like you can't really move past it.
I'll have hammer down if for some reason it doesn't work.
I think it's fine for you to go to fire strikes if you know like you need it, or that you need to build your ult. You don't need to build it. He does. This guy does have ult.
I'll let him blow trance.
This guy has ult. Put up your shields. Yeah, you have to put up your shield really. Okay, so you need to be tracking his ult a lot more, and he definitely had ult like the fight ago because it's been a really like long time since you've seen Shatter. So like whenever he sees you doing those swings back and forth, this is you. Whenever you're doing those swings back and forth, he knows that he can generally get an easy swing. That's why like when you do those swings, they're actually to bait out Shatter. So let's see. Get like a static image again. Okay, so if you want to learn to outplay other Rhymes, okay, what you do is say they're attacking. You swing back and forth, and then you give them a false sense of security, but you have to like make sure that you practice like timing to bring up your shield like at the right time. Like you just keep doing it, false sense of security, but you have to hurry up. Like once you start seeing that he's looking for it and he's wanting to do it, like you have to bring up that shield really fast. Like you just have to gauge it. So yes, it's okay for you to do those false sense of security swings for him, but you have to be able to bring your shield back up fast. Matter of fact, I encourage you to do it, but you better know that you can bring your shield. Like you, like one, like warn your team he has it. You know, he has Shatter, and then two, you could do those swings. Because see, if they know, they might be in a little better position, even if you kind of fuck up. And then you do your little swings, and then three, you block. And then you could counter a lot of times after that happens, they're kind of pissed, and you could do it. Another thing you could do is like do the fire strikes. You start timing the fire strikes. Like you'll throw one, and then he'll throw one, and so one time you just won't throw one, yeah, or you throw one, and then he throws one, and then you slam, bam. That's a really good one if you can do it, because he just starts noticing
nice bomb.
targets. Oh, that was a good bomb.
Nice grab.
Oh, and that was the other thing is when you guys start off and you ask him to go hog, you should ask him to go Zarya. Like if you want to play Ryan, you'll synergize better with his Zarya if you can get one.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Oh, we can try comboing a high noon. And they swap back to Widow instead of McCree. Oh, we can try comboing a high noon and my ult.
Dope. I'm just gonna stay high ground.
Alright. Next time it Earth Shadows, I'm gonna do it. Never mind. There's only a hog behind him. Once they push up more, the hogs in and hog.
So this Ryan's pushed up really far.
Oh, you hope.
Hogs high ground.
Alright, during next fire strike, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so
there's
you
no one
already know
behind him
about it.
again.
You're inside
I
around.
think
This anti is real annoying.
I think you played a little too aggressive there. Like I know you had a plan in your head, but it was like obviously not going to plan because they aren't playing behind a shield. So if you start noticing that, then just kind of back up a little bit and just do a little quick little reset on mentality. Like don't get stuck on doing one thing. Like say you have one plan, you know, if things are going to your plan, you know, think what's my next plan, what's my backup plan. You know, your number one plan should have been if behind shield, right? You need to like tell yourself, like just because you have one plan, this is like you need to have a if they are positioned this way, I'll do this one plan. If they don't have this ult, I'll do this one plan. If I can get this ult out, then I can do this plan. Just like as Ryan, positioning is more important than like anything. So have your backup plan. Like so if they're not getting behind shield, then don't worry about your initial plan. You can just go back to keeping your team safe. Or maybe even taking some damage to build up your support ults, because I don't know what your supports have. You know, say Zen just used his last fight. You could be like, Zen, I'm gonna take some damage for you, and we can build up your ult for next fight because they have Blade or something. You know, just as long as you're like kind of aware of the whole game going around you, and you can like even support your supports in their ult game if you know, take some damage for them safely before a fight begins.
Can we stall with trance maybe if someone can touch?
I can try, but
I'm gonna try. Oh.
I'm coming back when I'm down.
he just wiped down.
Well, we didn't.
2 picks, both are healers.
Come back with London.
Oh, that Ryan was one. That's unfortunate.
That soldier got it.
I got shit spawn.
So, so by the way, if you get shit spawn, you should go towards that cliff and jump off. So, this person's like game sense to walk out to the right was horrible, as there's no one that could remotely protect him. Like he needs to do this. This is his only option. Like he needs to regroup with his team. And if he went out this way, he just fed someone like 200 HP of an ults. I don't know. Felt bad.
Yep.
Alright, let's just regroup before pushing. Let's wait for our...
Just hold the corner a bit.
Barrier activated.
Let's grab at.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. You see how you're doing this again? Or actually, this is the first time I've seen you actually do it. You're holding a corner as Reinhardt. This is your literally your strongest position as a Reinhardt is the corners. You can do this pretty much every time, every movement, except for like kill advantage. You'll be a really good Rein. Just having this mentality with your positioning. So keep doing this. This is good.
The Tracer has bomb.
It's
Nice
perfect.
pick,
This is
let's
perfect.
move in, let's move in.
Yeah. This is a good call. This is a good call. Nice.
Oh, I got booped by Ryan.
That was a nice charge back.
Tracer left.
This McCree like hasn't once played behind your shield, by the way. I don't think. I would bet anything he doesn't actually
You guys
play
some
much
combo, you guys
McCree.
some combo. You're there too. Nice, good ult.
That was really good. Good call. That was a really good call. That
I'll have
that
my fire strike
basically
for next,
saved
or
you
not fire
guys
strike,
from them rolling
hammer
you.
down. Let's play a little bit farther back. Careful, Zone, you're kind of forward.
I like that you're
Alright,
telling
next
them
fire strike,
to.
and hammer it now.
Okay, so by the way, like just positioning yourself where you were from, like you were okay. Let me tell you the tells of another Rhine having shatter. Like if they're pushing up, like I realize when you're attacking it's a different thing, but like that's why when you're attacking you should have a read on defensive ults like other Rhine a lot better, because you should always be you should always be holding these corners. So like if you're on defense and you're walking really far past the wall, you definitely have ults. And it's like, it's especially if you're like dropping your shield a lot and swinging and stuff like that. So, and this charge, he might actually have ult too. Might. Push this. Guy behind you.
No, it's just soldier.
I don't even know how that guy got over there, to be completely honest.
60 seconds remaining.
What else do are we gonna have? Okay. I can try to charge that Ryan if you want a high noon soon. I would do it like now, maybe.
I can kill Lessons if you want that.
I would do it now while they don't have Ryan. The Ryan just should be getting back right about now.
30 seconds.
Alright, you guys have combo again. Nice.
Oh shit, that was good. Such a good. Your DPS are doing quite well.
Alright, let's play really aggressive here so they can't get out of spawn.
Well, I don't know about your McCree, but your Tracer's doing really well. That ult was really good, but yeah.
Good job, guys.
So, you did some things really well. You're controlling ults. You're reminding people of combos. That was really good. But your positioning and keeping track of ults, like at a minimum, you should keep track of their Ryan's ults. Like at a minimum. Positioning needs to be behind walls, or at least around walls, so you can back up and regen your shield. And then, so I think you're like, it's obvious that you play support a lot because you were controlling that, and that was really good. But your positioning needs a little bit of work on, and you need to definitely keep track of this more. And then fourth, if you're going to bait, let your team know. If you're going to bait the ults, like, they need to know. And then 5, dropping shield. Oh my god. You're dropping shield around a Zen. Remember, if he's good, you will get discorded and you will get punished. And so be very careful with that. But you were giving some really helpful comms about, you know, how you want to move up, what your plans were. It was really good. It was really nice. I'd say, like, your strongest things right now are your like shot calling on the ults is really good. And then second, just plans. But you need to have a plans based on X. Like, you need to have this. Otherwise, don't do it. If you keep giving yourself an idea of what you want to play, but as long as, like, for example, if you're Zarya, if D.Va's out of mech, or if we dive Zen, you know, those are 2 things that'll mess you up. And remember, your shatters, the things that'll mess you up is if they block it, or if you know, they aren't grouping behind their Rhine shields. So for all you know, their Rhine already knew you had ult, so he told them to kind of go from different angles. Like, you don't know what they said, so give yourself a contingency to to kind of, like, if this happens, then I can do this. Like, don't just always be set on one plan. Like, just keep doing your job, and then if you're given that opportunity based on your plan, then you can go for it.
To 2. Switch. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Okay, this guy's pretty good, Zarya. You should use him more to be aggressive. Also, I don't know if you know this. Don't do this. Don't do this with the Zarya. Just don't. See, look. He changed. Don't. It's a really good Zarya. I would just go back
around.
around.
I'm gonna go back to Reinhardt.
I just want some peel for Widow.
Yeah. This should work. As long as Mora just throws her orb where we're jumping. Get them healies.
I do like, I think he switched with the Genji thing.
Someone go.
Okay, so you're on Winston. You have this. You have this. This is bad. This is okay. Not the best. This is okay. Okay, this is okay. That's not good. So that's why I was thinking. So the thing is, you could follow up on his kills, but I mean, that's like if you know that he's actually hit something. So I don't know. And also, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this guy has really said anything all game. So good luck on knowing that.
Someone go
See how
real
this
quick
works.
and put their shield on this.
Important priorities in Overwatch.
It is beautiful here. I could never appreciate it before.
Alright, you should be able to put it on that once you get your shield back.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Nice. The important things in Overwatch.
With like Winston, it would like instantly spin it at full speed. I think any character did that actually.
5. Attack commencing.
I missed. That's awkward.
If you'd hit that jump, you would have moved him off, and that would have been actually really good that you did that, because your jump pack would have, like, if Ryan's on this and you jumped in on him, you'd have fell off that way. Whatever.
That's real awkward.
Uh-oh. Famous. You even walk
I'm gonna
into a
jump that
hug.
soldier up top, Genji. You ready?
Okay.
Alright, I'm going.
I got him.
Oh my god, this
I got
hog has your number.
Somehow that was a crazy hook, but good
I
pick.
got res. What?
They have Mercy.
That hook doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, Mercy's still good. It's just up to fucking whoever wants to play or not. I mean, I can go Mercy if you guys want that. Like,
No, I think it's fine.
So, by the way, stop against this comp. Stop using your jumps to engage. Like, so, what you need to do is just walk in and then use your jumps to get out. And the only reason I say that is because, well, one, Ryan could do a lot of damage with his swings, and two, you have a more so things that like can't heal you immediately, you need to save your jump cooldown to get back to heals and or get out of danger. So what you could start doing after this cart like pushes up is start going from the high grounds and just doing drops and then jump out, if that makes sense. Obviously if there's like a soldier up here, like it's fine for you to jump onto him, but I mean you need to make sure that your Genji is ready to follow up to kill this guy, because you don't have anything else. It would be like in a perfect world you'll have a diva, but it doesn't seem like you have that. So okay, so and the other thing is they have a hog too, so you need that jump to get out of safety or get back to safety. Good.
I'm gonna jump that soldier up top. Are you with me, Genji?
Mercy is with the hog on the high ground.
I'm on Ana. I'm on Ana.
Oh.
Hog has ulti. He's discorded.
Oh my god, that was so unfortunate. See, this is why, like,
thanks, Mom.
like just in general, like stop having this jump into gauge mentality. Like, just lose it. You'll be a better Winston if you just start doing walk-ins or dropping from high grounds and then using your jump back, or even using your jump to be more aggressive because you need to finish off a target, but you're safe to jump in, right? Like Hog's not ready to hook you or whatever. Like, just stop with the jump in mentality. Only jump in, only use jump if you know you can secure a kill and no one can help him. Like, as long as you know that he doesn't have help, you can use this jump safely, you know. But it's just you have a Reinhardt and a Roadhog who are ready to delete you, and you have more heals. So, yeah.
Oh shit. He's low. He's low. He's one. Alright, so you guys went this. Just there you go. There you go. We have 5 ults. I have mine. It just doesn't show.
I have mine. It just doesn't show because it's at 96.
Where's the widow? Where's the widow?
You need to be on cart right now. Don't.
Okay. Okay. I see her. I see her.
Okay.
Ow,
That's fine.
she
Now
hit me
you don't
for
have
half.
heals.
So close.
I'm on the widow.
Using so by the way, okay. So when they have an Ana, you bubble up. You usually want to do bubble to block off heals from the enemy Ana onto like this guy. So using your bubble to separate Ana heals is really good. You just need to be able to pounce on this guy. Like, your team needs to be like right behind you, able to shoot at this guy. Like, to say I blocked off heals from X guy. That's really good. That's a good thing.
I'm taking the widow out of the fight for a bit. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Is there Winston asleep? What is going on? Oh my god.
Don't use any ults. They're ulting right now.
Actually, so you're even? You got these ults. I think it would be fine for you to kind of use your... Oh, I guess you're down. So now the other guy's down. Okay, so never mind. I guess you're right.
And died.
By the way, at the end of your jump, like at the end of it, do hit your spacebar, whatever your jump is. It'll make your jump a little bit longer and you'll go a little bit further. Still works. There's no harm in doing it. You also do that with, you can do it with Doomfist too. Might be another one. Reinhardt? I think Reinhardt's hard, you can do it.
Anna's out of the fight.
Anna should be coming back right now. I'm on Soldier and Anna.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go back, let's go back. 3 on cart, 3 on cart.
Go to upper left.
I'll jump her in 4 seconds.
Go back.
They're back, they're back.
Alright, let's dive that monkey. Let's get that monkey. He's gonna jump. Monkey's on our line.
That's another thing that you just did that you could have done better. Let me rewind this. Okay, you see he's in a doorway. So this goes for anything. You can body block. And so technically you could have used jump and just blocked this door. Like, or you just walked up to him. So try to, if you see things in doorways, like try to body block. It'll be like free, easy kills, especially if they're on your side of the game, like the game. Like, for example, like say, well, this is a really good example of it. I think it's the best one, but another one would be like, say, Nimbani has that little corridor, and you know how there used to be like Mercies on the top right of Nimbani first? They would hold in there. So what happens, like as a Winston, you would like put bubble down, and there's like this little door here. If you just sit there, you can just kill the Mercy, and she has like no help. But this is another good example. So like be looking for more opportunities to body block just on any tank or just in general, even if you play DPS, because they can't move past your body.
Monkey's on our line.
Yeah, see, you didn't have to back up.
Nice, that wasted. Oh, I'm just gonna die here. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
There's
See,
Soldier and Mercy up top.
You
right?
just need to stop using your jumps to engage. Like use them, yeah, just do walk-ins. Use them to take better high ground positioning, and then you can like drop in or whatever.
Right. Let's try to get that D.Va to suit for our. Actually, we don't really have anyone that she counters.
Getting D.Va, okay.
Nice, he used
so
it too.
just on the thought of D.Va suits. So let's talk about D.Va. Okay, why should you ever get D.Va a suit? Because 1, you have hit scan. 2, she can't protect her supports, which is a really big thing about D.Va. So, and then 3, she can't stall the cart, which is another really big thing. And Winston, their Winston doesn't have protection. Easy kill. So those are, like, D.Va's pretty big, so anytime you can get a D.Va suit, it's actually a good focus when you can do it.
Its destination.
I'm on Monkey, I'm on Monkey. I'm on D.Va now, D.Va.
So that's good. Yeah. Always when you're like landing on things, you need to
Oh, Alice, way in the back.
Ana.
Let's get this monkey off cart. Guys, we don't have to push it that far.
That was a good bubble in the cart.
Good game, guys.
That was good. That was good. Let's talk about
Play of the game.
let's talk about focuses. Like for you. So one, always when you make a plan to do something, base it on X will happen. You know, otherwise don't do it. Do your job. Because like for example, if you're looking to make a play, right? And you're looking to make a play on shatter, so base it on something will happen. And one of the big things is like you're looking for a shatter, you base it on people actually being behind their Rhine. So that didn't happen, so just be more patient. Two, positioning on defense. Use walls more so you can fall back and regen shields. And then 3, dropping shield around a good Zen equals bad time. So be careful doing that. What else? Oh yeah, your Winston jumps need to be used to get out of fights instead of engaging or putting you in a better position to engage those high grounds, because then you can jump. Ah shit, that was bad. So like I'll just also put this jump to equal high grounds. Continue, finish off easy, kill, and won't die. And then the third one is getting back to heals. So like say so here this is some of the mistakes that since the meta has changed you have to be afraid of, because Mercy's bad. Like I know I have 2 4s here, but it's the same thing. I'm just trying to make sure I understand it. So Mercy could go into a fight and actually heal you. And that's why using your jumps to be aggressive was fine, because she could definitely res you. So that was fine. Now that you don't have that, now you have this guy. That guy. You have to be close to him to get heals. And then this guy, he's not always going to have orb on you. He needs to be putting orb on this guy here for him to do his job. So that way if you go to high grounds, you can then drop on someone and you'll have your jump to get back to where you need to be heals. So you can still be aggressive as Winston, but you use your aggression. So like you can use, like say you almost got someone finished off and they used their ability to get out, then you could jump onto them and get that quick kill. As long as you're not going to die for doing it, right? So you did a really good job, you know, making sure your Genji followed you up. You know, you did really well for not having a diva on your team. That was really good. But you're just using your jumps to engage a lot when you didn't need to. You need to be walking in. You need to be walking in aggressively and then jumping back when you need the heals. You'll create more space and you'll stay alive a lot more. that's it. Otherwise, your run was really good, your calls were really good, your positioning was really good. You need to bait the Rhino ults a lot more. He was actually he ended up baiting you. So yeah, overall it was really good play. It's just you kind of got outplayed just a few times, so it wasn't a big deal. I think if you get the jump thing down, that's just the biggest thing about Winston right now. So good game. I'm gonna head out. I think I'm gonna go get something to eat.